With the moon in Aries in the 7th house, one likely has a confident and energetic aura with a need for independence. They may crave constant change and variety in their life. They tend to be assertive, energetic, and candid, driven by emotions and impulses. They're not afraid to take the lead or step outside their comfort zone. In relationships, they may seek partners who can match their intensity and passion. Quick to commit, they sometimes act impulsively and get bored easily, leading to potential conflicts and instability. They're attracted to balanced, assertive, and independent individuals who also value change and excitement. In the realm of career, they could excel in professions where dynamism, leadership qualities, and independence are valued. Careers in entrepreneurship, sports, or the military could be a good fit. Their assertiveness and courage can be advantageous, but may also cause friction in team-oriented environments. Their main strengths include their passion, assertiveness, and willingness to take the lead. However, impatience and impulsiveness can be challenges they must overcome. Overcoming these weaknesses requires self-awareness, understanding, patience, and learning to appreciate stability. This placement pushes them towards personal growth through their relationships. They learn the importance of cooperation, balance, and patience, helping them forge stronger, more enjoyable bonds. By accepting others' needs, they mature, making their interpersonal relationships more fulfilling. They may also learn the value of steadiness and long-term commitment, leading to deeper, more tranquil relationships. Having the moon in Taurus in the 7th house implies a person who is calm, reliable, and grounded in their emotions. The Taurus influence adds a degree of stubbornness, but it also brings a deep capacity for patience. The 7th house points to an emphasis on partnerships and relationships. These individuals likely prioritize their relationships above many other aspects of life. In terms of relationships, these individuals typically seek stability and security. They are loyal partners and friends, and they prefer long-term relationships over short-term connections. They value harmony and dislike conflict, and often act as mediators to keep the peace. For careers, they may excel in roles that require cooperation or diplomacy. They could thrive in HR, customer relations, or even in law, where their interpersonal skills and natural inclination for fairness could shine. However, their reluctance to change could also be a hurdle in dynamic career fields. Strengths of this placement include emotional steadiness, loyalty, and an understanding nature. Challenges may include resistance to change, potential possessiveness, and a tendency to be overly reliant on partners. To grow personally, these individuals may need to challenge their reluctance to step outside of their comfort zones, and to learn to appreciate the growth that comes with change. Relationships can be incredibly fulfilling, but it's important that those with moon in Taurus in the 7th house remember to prioritize their own needs, desires, and independence as well. Having the moon in Gemini in the 7th house suggests a person with a curious and communicative nature. They feel most secure when they're able to express their thoughts and ideas, making them great conversationalists. They're adaptable, and have a knack for seeing multiple sides of a situation. In relationships, these individuals seek partners they can communicate with on a deep level. They need intellectual stimulation and enjoy learning from their partners. However, their natural curiosity can sometimes manifest as inconsistency, making it challenging for them to maintain a stable relationship. Career-wise, they excel in jobs that allow them to socialize and exchange ideas. Occupations such as writing, teaching, or public speaking are excellent fits. Their innate adaptability can also make them successful in fast-paced environments where change is constant. The challenge for these individuals is to find balance. Their desire for variety and novelty can lead to restlessness and lack of follow-through on projects or commitments. They need to learn how to be consistent and follow through on tasks. Strengths include their adaptability, intellectual curiosity, and communication skills. They can continue to grow personally by learning to follow through on tasks, consistency in relationships, and finding ways to channel their inquisitive nature in a constructive way. The ability to adapt and their intellectual curiosity can be both a strength and a potential growth area, leading to a dynamic, yet consistent life purpose. Having the moon in Cancer in the 7th house indicates a deep emotional sensitivity and intuitive understanding of others. This person likely prioritizes home, family, and close relationships. They often tune into the emotions of others, which can make them great mediators, but also susceptible to emotional manipulation. In terms of relationship tendencies, they can be nurturing, protective, and loyal partners. They seek emotional security in relationships and can be romantically attracted to caring, understanding partners who provide stability. However, they may also be prone to codependency and need to learn to stand independently. In career, this individual may be well suited to roles involving caregiving, counseling, real estate, or anything that involves handling the domestic realm or nurturing others. Their keen intuition and empathetic nature can serve them well in these spheres. The strengths of this placement include intuition, caring nature, protective instincts, and emotional intelligence. However, the challenges may entail emotional vulnerability, tendencies to take on others' troubles, and a fear of rejection or abandonment. The personal growth lesson here can involve learning to safeguard their own emotional well-being even when caring for others. They need to learn not to lose themselves in relationships, maintain their own identity, and avoid relying excessively on partnerships for emotional security. They may also need to understand the distinction between empathy and absorbing others' emotions without a filter. Having the moon in Leo in the 7th house suggests a personality that is confident, warm-hearted, and creative. This individual tends to be very expressive and may love being the center of attention. Leo moon individuals have a strong need for recognition and approval, so they often strive for success and achievement, which makes them naturally ambitious. In terms of relationships, these individuals are attracted to partners who allow them to shine and admire them for who they are. They are naturally charming and magnetic, which often draws people towards them. However, they may demand quite a lot from their partners, expecting constant appreciation and romantic gestures. Their challenge might be they have to learn not to let their ego run their relationships and remember to give as much as they take. Career-wise, a 7th house Leo moon individual might do well in occupations that allow them to be in the spotlight or express their creativity. This could include careers in the entertainment industry, sales, public relations, marketing, or any leadership roles. The spotlight is where they feel most comfortable and they're able to perform at their best. Strengths of this placement include creativity, ambition, charm, and magnetism. It could also lead to certain challenges, such as ego-driven decisions, expectations of constant admiration, and dependence on others for validation. The key personal growth lesson for these individuals might be learning to balance their need for recognition with humility, and valuing relationships for their true essence rather than as a platform for their own spotlight. Having the moon in Virgo in the 7th house suggests an individual with a keen mind that values order, logic, and details. They are likely to be exceptionally practical and analytical, subtly inferring valuable insight from their environment. Their emotions are intertwined with their intellect, colorfully painting the world in thoughtful hues of critical discernment and observant wisdom. In terms of relationships, they desire solid partnerships that provide emotional security. They might often seek partners who appreciate their disciplined nature and refined intellect. They might show their love and care through acts of service, helping their partners in practical ways. Occasionally, their critical eye might strain partnerships due to their high standards or perceived nitpicking. In careers, they thrive in environments requiring precision, analysis, and attention to detail. Fields requiring problem-solving or organizing chaos may appeal. Think research, editing, or project management. Their emotional satisfaction hinges on performing tasks meticulously and serving others. Strengths of this placement include sharp intellect, reliability, and a detailed eye. Challenges might be perfectionism, excessive criticism, and difficulty expressing emotions freely. Personal growth lessons focus on embracing imperfection, both in themselves and others. Balancing their analytical nature with emotional tenderness can bring deeper satisfaction in relationships, both personal and professional. They might also learn to appreciate spontaneity and flexibility, rather than clinging tightly to their structured world. Learning to navigate these polarities can bring a sense of peace to their inherently restless Virgoan energies, harnessing their analytical mind's power without letting it overpower their emotional well-being. Having the moon in Libra in the 7th house suggests someone who is cooperative, diplomatic, and intensely relationship-focused. They tend to be peacekeepers, dealing with conflict using charm and tact, always striving for harmony and balance. They are driven by a desire to connect with others and to create relationships that reflect their deep love for fairness and equality. Their main strength is their natural ability to understand others' perspectives and work towards mutually beneficial outcomes. This makes them excellent at teamwork and in leadership roles. However, this tends to make them reliant on others' approval, fearing loneliness or rejection. Sometimes, they may sacrifice their own needs for the sake of harmony, leading to imbalance and discontentment. In relationships, they tend to be more concerned with their partner's needs and happiness than their own. They are often in serious or committed relationships and struggle with being single. In terms of career, this placement could signal a strong fit for careers in diplomacy, counseling, or law, where their ability to see both sides and strive for fairness can shine. They could also do well working with aesthetics, such as in arts or fashion design, as Libra has an innate sense for beauty and symmetry. The growth challenge for them is to balance the need for peace and harmony with asserting their own desires. They may need to learn that conflict isn't always bad, and can be necessary for growth. Over time, they may find that true peace comes not from avoiding conflict, but from dealing with it in a healthy, balanced way. The moon in Scorpio in the 7th house suggests a deep and intense emotional nature. It paints a picture of someone who enjoys exploring the unseen and delving into the realm of emotions, mystery, and discovery. This placement may result in individuals who are very magnetic, persistent, and motivated when it comes to their emotions. They feel things deeply and are not afraid to explore the darker side of life. In terms of relationships, these individuals are passionate, loyal, and seek a deep emotional connection with their partners. They are intense and may sometimes struggle to balance their need for emotional security with the requisite openness and vulnerability in their relationships. There is a desire for control which can lead to jealousy or possessiveness. However, they are capable of deep love and commitment. Career-wise, the Moon in Scorpio points towards roles where research, investigation, or dealing with crisis or transformation is involved. Occupations in psychology, detective work, healing professions, or positions that require strategic skills are well suited for them due to their ability to delve deep, uncover truths, and devise tactical strategies. Strengths of this placement include emotional strength, keen intuition, and an uncanny ability to regenerate and bounce back from adversity. Challenges include a proclivity to being secretive, holding grudges, and difficulties in letting go of the past. Personal growth comes from learning to manage their intense emotions, letting go of control, and engaging in self-reflection. Integration of these lessons will help them grow personally, professionally, and increase their emotional well-being, allowing them to use their strength and depth of perception in most beneficial ways. Having the Moon in Sagittarius in the 7th house indicates a personality that craves discovery, adventure, truth, and knowledge. This person loves intellectual stimulation and often has an optimistic outlook on life. They're free-spirited, honest, and straightforward. Their communication style is direct, which may seem blunt at times, but is never meant to hurt. In terms of relationships, this person seeks a partner who can match their intellectual curiosity, freedom, and sense of adventure. They need space in relationships and appreciate partners who respect their independence. They enjoy learning from others and can be overly idealistic about their romantic relationships. Regarding career, this placement suggests roles that involve social relations work well, such as diplomacy, counseling, or law. The Sagittarius influence could also lead towards careers in education, travel, or philosophy. They will thrive in careers that quench their thirst for knowledge and truth, and that offer the freedom they crave. The strength of this placement is optimism and intellectual curiosity. These individuals are open to new experiences and have a positive outlook on life. Their potential challenge lies in their bluntness and restlessness. They could have difficulty settling down, both in their personal and professional lives. They may also need to work on their tendency to avoid emotional depths. Personal growth may come through learning to balance their craving for independence with the need for close, intimate relationships. They could also benefit from acknowledging their emotions more, instead of constantly seeking intellectual stimulation. Learning that relationships don't always have to be idealized could bring further growth. Having the Moon in Capricorn in the 7th house indicates an individual with a serious, responsible, and ambitious nature. They are determined, disciplined, and practical, typically using a methodical, structured approach towards achieving their goals. In relationships, these individuals tend to be more reserved and cautious, with an inclination towards commitment and stability. They need partners who understand and respect their ambitious streak and their need for personal space. However, their seriousness can sometimes lead to feelings of isolation, or a perceived lack of warmth or emotional connection with their partners. With the Moon in the 7th house, there's an emphasis on partnership and collaboration in career choices. They are motivated by the mutual exchange of ideas and can apply their practicality and discipline to managerial roles, legal professions, or anything that deals with negotiation or arbitration. Their strength lies in their tenacity, discipline, and sense of responsibility. Their pragmatic approach to life and love helps them build long-lasting, stable relationships and careers. Challenges include a tendency to be overly serious, detached, or overly focused on work to the detriment of their personal life. Balancing emotional needs with professional ambitions becomes critical for their own well-being. Personal growth lessons for them include learning to open up and express their emotions, balancing their seriousness with a sense of fun and joy, and understanding that emotional vulnerability doesn't equate to weakness. They also need to learn to delegate tasks and trust others in their professional pursuit, ensuring to cultivate work-life balance. Moon in Aquarius in the 7th house indicates a person with a strong need for individual freedom and unique self-expression. These individuals are attracted to partnerships that respect their independence and are open to unconventional ideas. They are typically known for being thinkers, innovators, and humanitarians at heart. They are sociable, preferring intellectual and stimulating conversations over mundane small talk. In relationships, these individuals tend to seek partners who are intellectually stimulating and emotionally independent. This can sometimes create emotional distance as the person may struggle to open up and express their feelings. From a career perspective, this placement suggests potential success in professions that require creativity, innovativeness, and a broad view of society. This could be anything from a social worker to an inventor, a scientist, or working for non-profit organizations. These individuals thrive where they can constantly be stimulated, create change and make a difference. Strengths associated with this placement include intellectual prowess, creativity, independence, and a strong sense of social justice. Challenges may revolve around emotional expression, and a lack of desire to adhere to traditional roles or expectations. Key lessons for personal growth may involve learning to valuing emotional connection as much as intellectual stimulation in relationships, and understanding that it's okay to let down their guard and be vulnerable at times. It's essential for these individuals to create a balance between their need for freedom and their relationships. The moon in Pisces in the 7th house implies a deep emotional connection with the spiritual world. This person is likely sensitive, compassionate, and has a natural inclination towards helping others. They often get caught up in other people's emotions and can struggle to separate their feelings from those around them. This placement suggests strong relationships, often playing the nurturing role in partnerships. They're drawn to people who need help, and empathy allows them to understand their partners deeply. However, they face the risk of losing themselves in relationships, becoming too dependent on their partners for emotional validation. Career-wise, they can excel in fields that require understanding and empathy, like counseling, healthcare, or social work. Their deep emotional insight and caring nature make them excellent in roles that involve supporting and nurturing others. However, they may struggle with practicality and may be vulnerable to manipulation or self-doubt. Positive traits associated with this placement include empathy, compassion, and emotional depth. They can connect with others on a profound emotional level, providing comfort and understanding. The challenge is that they can easily lose themselves in others' emotions, risking their emotional health. They have to learn to protect their emotional boundaries. A critical personal growth lesson for individuals with this placement is learning to balance their own needs with those of others. They need to learn that it's okay to prioritize their own emotional well-being sometimes. This can be a challenging, yet rewarding journey of self-discovery and emotional growth.